Guys, sorry for the messy hair and the disgusting face, but I am in my bedroom about to go to sleep right now. But I thought I would do a video because I want to keep this channel, moving forward all the time. And the only way to do that is to post videos. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a video. And today I was going to talk about social anxiety. Social anxiety is kind of, there's similarities between different kinds of anxiety, but I feel like it's very unique in that so much of social anxiety isn't triggered by yourself. Like, it's not so much in your thought processes or your actions, but it's very easily triggered by people around you and comments that they make and things that they may do, ways that they may act around you. And for that reason, it can be very difficult to treat because it is so external, and it's not personal. So, it's sort of unpredictable what's going to happen. I mean, one day you might be fine, but then you go and then you see someone and they're whispering about you behind your back, and then straight away within seconds you're not fine. For that reason, it's a little bit unpredictable. But that doesn't mean that you can't find personal resolve within yourself to be able to combat that. And I think that the only way that we can combat that is through a personal resilience and perseverance and being able to stand up for ourselves and being able to bounce back after people say things or do things, which people are always going to say and do because that's just how the human race is, especially with teenagers. So I have social anxiety. Not quite as bad as what it used to be. But still very much a big issue. And I think one of the huge things about social anxiety is like this almost phobia, not a real phobia, but it feels like it. It's just this fear of being lonely. That's probably what drives mine, to be honest. I've let myself go through a lot of abuse and a lot of shit because I'm too scared to be lonely. So I feel like that's probably at the root of a lot of social anxiety. It's that, people are going to leave me. But then there's also other parts of it that, like, people are talking about me and, people are out to sabotage me and all that stuff feeds into mine as well. But it's more so about, like, all of that just connects back to I'm going to have no one and I'm going to be lonely. And you desperately, desperately cling to everything that you do have so that you don't have to feel lonely. So I feel like the only way to really address social anxiety is to address loneliness. It's okay for you to be by yourself. And I know that's hard and I know you don't believe me, but it's so true. Behind me, I have my two biggest role models in the entire world, Marilyn Monroe, for obvious reasons, and this guy is Tim Minchin. He's a comedian, and he's had a very interesting journey. If you guys want to learn a little bit about his journey, he's got this documentary called Rock and Roll Nerd. Watch it, love it to death. Anyway, of Tim Minchin. But you need to be able to tell yourself that being lonely doesn't mean you have to die, and it doesn't mean you have to hurt, and it doesn't always mean pain. I mean, sometimes, and in some really obvious ways, being lonely is less painful, because you're not always surrounded by that fear, and you're not always being put down by other people. The only time you get put down is if you let yourself put yourself down, and if you don't, then hey, you're going to have a great life. So it's okay. It's really okay to be on your own. And I know sometimes you might get worried that you're not going to have enough to do. Well, tell me one thing you love and go and do that. Like, I love reading. When I want to combat loneliness, what do? I don't just buy one book. I buy 50 books, and I'll sit and I'll isolate myself and I'll read and read and read and read and read, and I won't even pay attention to the fact that I'm on my own. I feel like that's really been helpful. But it doesn't cure it. It just helps you to cope a bit better. Again, guys, please, please, please don't hesitate to ask me any questions. Give me suggestions for a video. Thumbs up if you liked it. Comment. suggestions or feedback or whatever. All your advice is taken very seriously, and if there's anything I can do to help any of you, then you can message me on my Snapchat, which is Minch the Method. Okay, thanks guys, bye.